Hey guys, it's Quinn, and today we're going to be looking at the actors who have been in multiple Bond films. I should mention a quick note, though, that this only counts for the official series, because there have been people who have been in the regular series as well as unofficial films. An example of this is the actor who played Kronstein from Russia with Love, also had a minor role in the 1960s Casino Royale spoof. Although they are both technically Bond films, I don't think it really counts. The actor also had to play different roles, as in different characters, in each of the Bond films. Before we get into this, though, I feel like I should give an honorable-ish mention to this guy called Michael G. Wilson, who you can see here. He has been in the films Goldfinger and From the Spy Who Loved Me all the way to Skyfall, having been in the second most films in the series, only behind Desmond Llewellyn. He was only credited in two films, though, that being Die Another Day and Casino Royale, but both being very small roles. Although he has never been a really memorable character in any of the Bond films, I felt that I needed to include him for the work that he has done in all of these films. He has been a part of the production and screenplay of numerous Bond films as well. Number 12. Tsai Chin, I know I pronounced that wrong, was in the You Only Live Twice in Casino Royale. Tsai Chin's first appearances was in 1967's You Only Live Twice, where she is the woman who assists in the faking of Bond's death. Her second appearance was 39 years later in 2006's Casino Royale, where she is one of the ladies playing poker in the big poker match. The reason I bring her up is for two reasons. One, the fact that a person can go 39 years between Bond films is incredible, and I really like how the filmmakers brought her back for Casino Royale. The second is that whenever any, even if small, part of the past of Bond is brought back, it makes me happy. They had a choice of casting literally anyone for the role in Casino Royale, but I'm happy they chose her. Number 11. Shane Rimmer, who is most notable in The Spy Who Loved Me, You Only Live Twice, Diamonds Are Forever, and Live and Let Die, among others. Shane Rimmer's most famous role in the Bond series is definitely in The Spy Who Loved Me, where he played Captain Carter, a naval commander who runs one of the submarines that is eventually captured by Stromberg. He was very good in his role in this film, and although he has a small role, he is very memorable. But my personal favorite role that he is in is the voice in the pre-title sequence of Live and Let Die.
Whose funeral is it? Yours.
Number 10.
Your hunch was right, 007. It's too bad the evil queen of numbers won't let you play it.
You were saying?
No, I was just.
Good. Because if I want sarcasm, Mr. Tanner, I'll talk to my children. Thank you very much.
Michael Kitchen, who played Bill Tanner in both Goldeneye and The World's Not Enough. Now, I know this is a cheat because he's the same character in both those films, but he is my favorite Bill Tanner, so I'll cheat. Michael Kitchen is a very good actor who I believe was just thrown out after The World's Not Enough. I don't know why he never came back, but then again, his character was kind of unnecessary. All he really did was give semi-unnecessary information, which Bond could have easily just gotten from M. Again, I really like him. It's just if you take out his character, you're not missing much. Number 9.
Waits until the survivor is so exhausted that he cannot defend himself. And then, like Spectre, he strikes.
I find the parallel amusing.
Anthony Dawson from Dr. No from Russia with Love and Thunderball is the only person to play two different villains in the Bond series. The first, of course, being Professor Dent in Dr. No, but he was also the physical appearance of Blofeld in both From Russia with Love and Thunderball. I have talked about him a lot in my previous videos, so I don't want to spend too long on him, but he's a very good character for whatever role he is in. Number 8. Colin Salmon, who is the chief of staff from Tomorrow Never Dies and Die Another Day. I feel like this is kind of a cheat like Bill Tanner, but I do really like this character, so that's why I'm including him here. Basically, everything I said about Kitchen is true for Salmon, except for one thing. Like, basically everything in the Brosnan era minus Judi Dench, I feel that Salmon was thrown off so as to get rid of any memory of the Brosnan era, which is a shame. You always know how I feel about Brosnan, so I feel it's unfair that everyone was fired along with him. Yeah, to get on track, he's good. I just like the other 7 more. Number 7. Clifton James, who is Sheriff J.W. Pepper in Live and Let Die and The Man with the Golden Gun. Now, the reason he is on this list is because, at least in my opinion, he is a completely different character in the 2 films. In Live and Let Die, he actually had something to do with the plot, and his inclusion in the film technically made sense. In The Man with the Golden Gun, however, it is just stupid for him to be there, and he has stupid jokes. Although I think his racism at times is kind of funny, he's just flat out stupid in this film. I do like him, which is why he's here, but I know he's unpopular. Although he is bad, I like him, and that is why he's number 7 on this list. Number 6.
Exceptionally fine shot.
I didn't know there was a pool down there.
Mark Lawrence, who is in Diamonds Are Forever and The Man with the Golden Gun. It is debatable as to whether or not he is the same character in Diamonds Are Forever and The Man with the Golden Gun. I do believe that he is the same character, but because it is never stated, I feel it is my duty to include him on this list. Although his roles are very, very small, Mark Lawrence makes the characters extremely memorable. He is very good, and I'll talk about him more when I review these 2 films, but I just love him. Number 5. Robbie Coltrane in Goldeneye and The World's Not Enough. Now I know that Robbie Coltrane is Valentin Zukovsky in both of these films, but he's just so good. He's just such a great character, and his death is actually very sad. He's a very fun, campy character who actually calms down the normally pissed off Brosnan. I do find it funny, though, how Bond is just naturally angry around him. I know that's a stupid thing to notice, but that's my job. Anyways, Valentin is just a great overall character. Number 4.
You wait here, sir. I'll find the chief.
General Pushkin.
Joe Don Baker, who is in The Living Daylights, Goldeneye, and Tomorrow Never Dies. He is a very good actor, but I love how he just overacts in every role that he is in, which of course I love. In The Living Daylights, he took a very dull character in the form of Whitaker, and you know what he did with it. He just laughed the entire frickin' time. I do honestly think he laughs more than he talks. I do love how they brought him back in Goldeneye and Tomorrow Never Dies as basically a good form of Whitaker, if that makes sense. He has great charisma, and whenever he's on camera, he is a pleasure to watch. Number 3.
Know the penalty.
Yes. Number 1.
Our rules are very simple. If you fail, 12 seconds. One day we must invent a faster working venom.
Walter Gattel, from Russia with Love and The Spy Who Loved Me to The Living Daylights. So after a lot of research, it turns out that the man playing Morzeny, who is famous for having the poisoned shoe from Russia with Love, is the same guy who played General Gogol in every film from The Spy Who Loved Me to The Living Daylights. He has a great screen presence, and even as Morzeny, he's very memorable. I do like how his characters are good in some films, but bad in others. He's a very good actor, and just overall is a great inclusion to the Bond series. Number 2. Maude Adams, from The Man with the Golden Gun and Octopussy, as well as A View to a Kill. Maude Adams was originally my choice as the number 1 actor-actress to be in many different Bond films as different characters, but falls just short of number 1. The reason is because I never feel as she is completely in control of situations. For example, in Octopussy, she's meant to be in charge, like the head of the organization, but then gives only a small fight before Kamal Khan kidnaps her. Don't get me wrong, she's a great actress who is wonderful in every role she plays in the Bond series. I just think number one is slightly better. Oh, and her role in A View to Kill is only a small cameo, but it's still there, and I count it. Number 1. Charles Gray. You Only Live Twice and Diamonds Are Forever. Charles Gray is an absolutely phenomenal in every role he is in. For You Only Live Twice, he plays a very small role of this man named Richard Henderson. Although this is a very small role, he gives off such a screen presence in only a few minutes that I am genuinely sad when he dies. His portrayal of Blofeld in Diamonds Are Forever is very campy, but I enjoy it very much. He's a very good actor who, although can be goofy at times, is a very good character in every role that he is in and is remembered from all of us as the best two-time Bond actor. So was I too easy on Sheriff Pepper but too harsh on Anthony Dawson? Leave a comment below. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this, as well as how you ranked them. Next time, a video I've been wanting to make for a long time, my Goldfinger trailer.